Welcome back to Footnotes and Folly, and to the Winter's Tale. I am Pemberton. This is part 3, and the play throws off its morning for a burst of spring. 16 years have passed. We are in Bohemia now, where the babe cast out upon the coast has grown into a lovely shepherdess called Perdita, and where Polixenes' own son, Prince Florizel, has fallen so deep in love with her that he steals away in disguise to court her at her father's cottage. The king, getting wind of it, resolves to go disguised to the sheep-shearing feast and see for himself. On the road wanders Autolycus, a singing peddler and light-fingered rogue who will lift the purse of any fool he meets. At the feast all the threads draw together, flowers and dancing, ballads and pickpocketing, young love plighted until the disguised king tears off his cloak and forbids the match in a fury. Now the lovers must run, and the long-exiled lord sees in their flight his own road home. Let us go on.
Polixenes and Camillo enter. Please, good Camillo, do not press me any further. Refusing you anything feels like an illness to me, but granting this request would feel like death. It has been 15 years since I saw my own country. Though I have spent most of that time living abroad, I long to lay my bones there. Besides, the repentant king, my master, has sent for me. I might bring some comfort to his deeply felt sorrows, or perhaps I overvalue myself in thinking so. But that is another reason urging me to leave. If you love me, Camillo, do not erase all your past service by leaving me now. My need for you was created by your own goodness. It would have been better never to have had you than to lose you like this. You have made me depend on you for business that no one else can manage properly, so either you must stay and carry it out yourself, or take away with you the very value of all the service you have done. If I have not thanked you enough, and I could never thank you too much, I will make it my study to be more grateful, and I will profit by adding friendship upon friendship. Please speak no more of that fatal country, Sicilia. Its very name punishes me with the memory of that repentant, as you call him, and reconciled king, my brother. The loss of his most precious queen and children deserves fresh grief even now. Tell me, when did you last see Prince Florizel, my son? Kings are no less unhappy when their children fail in virtue than when they lose them after their virtues have been proved. Sir, I saw the prince 3 days ago. I do not know what happier affairs may be occupying him, but I have noticed, by his absence, that lately he keeps much away from court, and he is less often seen at his princely exercises than he used to be. I have noticed as much, Camillo, and with some concern, so much so that I have servants watching his withdrawal. From them I have learned that he is seldom away from the house of a very plain shepherd, a man who, they say, rose from absolute nothing, beyond anything his neighbors could imagine, into an indescribable fortune. I have heard, sir, of such a man. He has a daughter of very rare reputation. Reports of her have spread farther than anyone would expect from such a cottage. That is also part of what I have heard. But I fear she is the hook that draws our son there. You shall come with us to the place. We will hide who we are and ask the shepherd some questions. From his simplicity, I think it will not be hard to learn why my son keeps going there. Please be my partner in this business now, and put aside all thoughts of Sicilia. I willingly obey your command. My best Camillo, we must disguise ourselves. They exit. Autolycus enters, singing. When daffodils begin to show themselves, hey, with a sweetheart over the hill, then the sweet part of the year arrives, because warm red blood rules even in winter's pale season. The white sheep bleaching on the hedge, hey, and the sweet birds, oh how they sing, sets my thieving tooth on edge, for a quart of ale is a dish fit for a king. The lark that sings turlura, hey, with the thrush and the jay, those are summer songs for me and my girls while we tumble in the hay. I once served Prince Florizel, and in my day I wore rich velvet, but now I am out of service. But should I mourn over that, my dear? The pale moon shines by night, and when I wander here and there, then I am going most truly right. If tinkers may be allowed to live and carry their pigskin bags, then I can give my own account of myself, and swear to it even in the stocks. My trade is in sheets. When the kite builds her nest, keep an eye on your smaller linen. My father named me Autolycus, and since he, like me, was born under Mercury, he too was a picker-up of neglected trifles. With dice and loose women I bought this outfit, and my income comes from petty cheating. The gallows and the cudgel are too strong on the highway. Beating and hanging frighten me. As for the life to come, I sleep rather than think about it. A prize. A prize. Clown enters. Let me see. Every 11 wethers make a tod of wool. Every tod brings £1 and some odd shillings. 1,500 sheep shorn. What does the wool come to? If the snare holds, the bird is mine. I cannot do it without counters. Let me see. What am I to buy for our sheep? Shearing feast. 3 pounds of sugar, 5 pounds of currants, rice. What will this sister of mine do with rice? But my father has made her mistress of the feast, and she is laying it on thick. She has made me 24 nosegays for the shearers, all 3-part song, men and very good ones, but most of them are middle voices and basses, except one Puritan, and he sings psalms to hornpipes. I must have saffron to color the pear pies, mace, dates, none that is crossed off my list, nutmegs 7, a root or 2 of ginger, though I may beg that, 4 pounds of prunes, and the same amount of sun-dried raisins. Autolycus throws himself groveling on the ground. Oh, curse the day I was born. In my own name, what is this? Oh, help me, help me. Only pull off these rags, and then death, death. Alas, poor soul. You need more rags laid on you, not these taken off. Oh, sir, their filthiness offends me more than the blows I have received, which were mighty ones, millions of them. Alas, poor man. A million beatings may amount to a great deal. I have been robbed, sir, and beaten, my money and clothes taken from me, and these hateful things put on me. What, by a horseman or a footman? A footman, sweet sir, a footman. Indeed, he must be a footman by the clothes he has left with you. If this is a horseman's coat, it has seen very rough service. Give me your hand, I will help you. Come, give me your hand. Clown helps him up. Oh, good sir, gently. Oh, alas, poor soul. Oh, good sir, softly, good sir. I fear, sir, my shoulder blade is out. Well now, can you stand? Autolycus speaks softly while picking Clown's pocket. Softly, dear sir. Good sir, softly. You have done me a charitable kindness. Do you need any money? I have a little money for you. No, good sweet sir, no, I beg you, sir. I have a kinsman not 3/4 of a mile from here, and I was going to him. There I shall have money, or anything else I need. Offer me no money, I pray you. It breaks my heart. What kind of fellow was he that robbed you? A fellow, sir, whom I have known to go about with cheap games. I once knew him as a servant of the prince. I cannot tell, good sir, for which of his virtues it was, but he was certainly whipped out of the court. His vices, you mean? No virtue is whipped out of the court. They cherish virtue to make it stay there, and yet it will barely remain. Vices, I meant, sir. I know this man well. Since then he has been a keeper of performing apes, then a process server, then a bailiff. Then he got hold of a puppet show of the prodigal son, and married a tinker's wife within a mile of where my land and living lie. After flying through many dishonest trades, he settled at last into plain rogue. Some call him Autolycus. Shame on him. A thief as I live, a thief. He haunts wakes, fairs, and bear baitings. Very true, sir, he. That is the rogue who put me into these clothes. There is not a more cowardly rogue in all Bohemia. If you had only looked fierce and spat at him, he would have run. I must confess to you, sir, I am no fighter. I am weak-hearted that way, and he knew it, I assure you. How are you now? Sweet sir, much better than I was. I can stand and walk. I will take my leave of you now, and move slowly toward my kinsman's house. Shall I bring you part of the way? No, kind-faced sir, no, sweet sir. Then farewell. I must go buy spices for our sheep-shearing. May you prosper, sweet sir. Clown exits. Your purse is not warm enough now to buy your spices. I will be with you at your sheep-shearing too. If I do not make this trick produce another, and if the shearers do not prove to be sheep themselves, let me be taken off the list of rogues, and have my name written in the book of virtue. Autolycus sings. Jog on, along the footpath way, and merrily take the stile. A merry heart goes all the day, while your sad one grows tired in a mile. Autolycus exits. Florizel and Perdita enter. These unusual clothes of yours give every part of you a new life. You look not like a shepherdess, but like Flora herself appearing at the front of April. This sheep-shearing feast seems like a gathering of the lesser gods, and you are the queen of it. Sir, my gracious lord, it is not my place to scold you for going to such extremes. Forgive me even for saying it. You, the highest and most honored figure in the land, have hidden yourself in a shepherd's clothes, while I, a poor lowly girl, am dressed up almost like a goddess. If every feast did not have some foolishness in every dish, and if guests were not used to swallowing it as custom, I would blush to see you dressed like this, and I think I would faint to see myself in a mirror. I bless the hour when my good falcon flew across your father's land. May Jove give you good reason to say so. For me, the difference between us creates fear. Your greatness has never had to be afraid. Even now I tremble to think that your father, by some accident, might pass this way as you did. Oh, the fates! How would he look to see his noble work tied up so cheaply? What would he say? Or how could I, wearing these borrowed fineries, face the sternness of his presence? Expect nothing but joy. The gods themselves, when they humbled their divinity for love, took on the shapes of beasts. Jupiter became a bull and bellowed, green Neptune became a ram and bleated, and the fire-robed god, golden Apollo, became a poor humble shepherd as I seem now. Their transformations were never made for a rarer beauty, nor in a way so pure, since my desires do not run ahead of my honor, and my passions do not burn hotter than my faith. Oh, but sir, your resolve cannot hold when it is opposed, as it must be, by the king's power. One of two things will have to happen, and that necessity will declare that either you must change this purpose, or I must lose my life. My dearest Perdita, please do not darken the joy of the feast with these forced thoughts. Either I will be yours, my fair one, or I will no longer be my father's. I cannot be myself, nor anything to anyone, if I am not yours. In this I am completely constant, even if destiny says no. Be cheerful, gentle one. Choke such thoughts with anything you see around you. Your guests are coming. Lift up your face as if this were the celebration day of the wedding we two have sworn will come. O Lady Fortune, stand kindly toward us. See, your guests are approaching. Prepare yourself to welcome them brightly, and let us be flushed with merriment. The shepherd enters with Polixenes and Camillo, who are disguised, along with the clown, Mopsa, Dorcas, and others. Shame on you, daughter. When my old wife was alive, on this day she was pantry, woman, butler, cook, mistress, and servant all at once. She welcomed everyone and served everyone. She would sing her song and take her turn dancing, now at the head of the table, now in the middle, now on this man's shoulder, now on that one's. Her face would be burning from her labor, and the drink she took to cool it she would share by sipping with everyone. But you have withdrawn as if you were one of the guests being feasted, not the hostess of the gathering. Please welcome these unknown friends of ours, because that is the way to make strangers into better friends. Come, put out your blushes and show yourself for what you are, mistress of the feast. Come on, welcome us to your sheep-shearing, and may your good flock prosper for it. Sir, welcome. It is my father's wish that I take on the hostess's duties today. You are welcome too, sir. Give me those flowers there, Dorcas. Reverend sirs, for you there is rosemary and rue. They keep their look and scent all winter long. Grace and remembrance be with you both, and welcome to our shearing. Shepherdess, and a fair one you are, you suit our age well with flowers of winter. Sir, when the year is growing old, not yet at summer's death, and not yet at the birth of shivering winter, the fairest flowers of the season are carnations and street gillivers, which some people call nature's bastards. Our rustic garden has none of that kind, and I do not care to get cuttings of them. Why do you neglect them, gentle maiden? Because I have heard it said that there is an art which, in their mixed colors, shares the work of great creating nature. Suppose there is. Yet nature is improved by no means except by means that nature herself creates. So the art you say adds to nature is itself an art that nature makes. You see, sweet maid, we graft a gentler branch onto the wildest stock, and make bark of a lower kind conceived by the bud of a nobler race. This is an art that improves nature, or rather changes it, but the art itself is nature. So it is. Then make your garden rich with gillivers, and do not call them bastards. I will not put a dibble into the earth to set one cutting of them, no more than, if I were painted, I would want this young man to say it looked well and desire to breed with me only for that reason. Here are flowers for you, hot lavender, mint, savory, marjoram, and the marigold which goes to bed with the sun and rises with him weeping. These are flowers of midsummer, and I think they are given to men of middle age. You are very welcome. If I were one of your flock, I would give up grazing and live only by gazing. Oh, alas! You would grow so thin that the January winds would blow right through you. Now, my fairest friend, I wish I had some flowers of spring that would suit your time of day, and yours, all of you who still wear your maidenheads growing on your virgin branches. Oh, Proserpina, if only I had the flowers you let fall when you were frightened from Dis's wagon, daffodils which come before the swallow dares and take the March winds with beauty, dim violets, sweeter than the eyelids of Juno or Cytherea's breath, pale primroses which die unmarried before they can behold bright Phoebus in his strength, a sickness most common in maids, bold oxlips, the crown imperial, and lilies of every kind, the flower de luce among them. Oh, these are what I lack, to make garlands for you, and for my sweet friend, to scatter over and over him. What, like a corpse? No, like a bank where love may lie and play, not like a corpse. Or if like one, then not to be buried, but living and in my arms. Come, take your flowers. I think I am playing as I have seen people do in wits unpastorals. Surely this robe of mine changes my nature. Whatever you do always improves the thing being done. When you speak, sweet one, I would have you do it forever. When you sing, I would have you buy and sell that way, give alms that way, pray that way, and even manage all your affairs by singing them. When you dance, I wish you were a wave of the sea, so that you might do nothing but that forever, still moving, always so, and have no other duty. Each thing you do is so perfect in its own kind that it crowns the present action, and all your acts are queens. O Dorcas, your praises are too large. If your youth, and the honest blood that shows so fairly through it, did not plainly reveal you as an unstained shepherd, I might wisely fear, my Dorcas, that you were courting me falsely. I think you have as little skill in fear as I have intention to give you cause for it. But come our dance, please. Your hand, my Perdita. So turtle, doves pair when they never mean to part. I will swear they do. This is the prettiest low-born girl that ever ran on the greensward. Nothing she does or seems to be but has the flavor of something greater than herself, too noble for this place. He is telling her something that makes her blush. Truly, she is the queen of curds and cream. Come on, strike up. Mopsa must be your sweetheart, yes, and garlic too, to improve her kissing. Now, that is well said. Not a word, not a word. We must mind our manners. Come, strike up. Music plays and shepherds and shepherdesses dance. Please, good shepherd, who is this handsome young shepherd dancing with your daughter? They call him Dorcas, and he says he has a good flock and means of his own. I only have his word for that, but I believe him. He looks honest. He says he loves my daughter. I think he does too, because the moon never gazed into water, the way he stands and studies my daughter's eyes. And plainly, I think there is hardly half a kiss to choose between them in deciding which one loves the other more. She dances gracefully. She does everything gracefully, though I should be quiet about it. If young Dorcas wins her, she will bring him more than he ever dreams of. A servant enters. Oh, master, if you could only hear the peddler at the door, you would never dance again to a tabor and pipe. No, even a bagpipe could not stir you. He sings one tune after another faster than you can count money. He pours them out as if he had eaten ballads, and everyone's ears grow to his music. He could not have come at a better time. Let him come in. I love a ballad almost too much, whether it is a sad matter set down merrily, or something truly cheerful sung in a mournful way. He has songs for men and women of every size. No hatmaker can fit customers with gloves as well as he fits people with songs. He has the prettiest love songs for maids, so free of filth that it is strange, with delicate refrains and dances, and words like jump her and thump her. And where some wide-mouthed rogue would seem to mean harm and tear a foul hole in the matter, he has the maid answer, whoop, do me no harm, good man. She puts him off, dismisses him with whoop, do me no harm, good man. This is a fine fellow. Believe me, you are talking about a wonderfully witty fellow. Has he any loose goods for sale? He has ribbons in every color of the rainbow, laces, more than all the lawyers in Bohemia could learnedly handle, though he has them by the gross, tapes, worsted bindings, fine linen, and lawn cloth. Why, he sings them over as if they were gods and goddesses. You would think a smock were a female angel, the way he chants about the cuffs and the embroidery around its square neck. Please bring him in, and let him come singing. Warn him first not to use any coarse words in his songs. The servant exits. Some of these peddlers have more in them than you would think, sister. Yes, good brother, or more than you would even begin to think. Autolycus enters, singing. Lawn as white as driven snow, black crape as dark as any crow, gloves as sweet as damask roses, masks for faces, and for noses, jet bracelets, amber necklaces, perfume for a lady's chamber, golden caps and bodice fronts for my lads to give their sweethearts, pins and steel curling tools, everything a maid lacks from head to heel. Come buy for me, come buy, come buy. Buy, lads, or your lasses will cry. Come buy. If I were not in love with Mopsa, you would get no money from me. And since I am enslaved as I am, I must also be bound to buy some ribbons and gloves. You promised them to me for the feast, but they are not too late now. He promised you more than that, unless there are liars here. He has paid you everything he promised you. Maybe he has paid you more, which would shame you if you had to give it back to him. Are there no manners left among maids? Will they wear their bodices where they should wear their faces? Is there no milking time, or bedtime, or warm corner by the kiln where you can whisper these secrets, that you must gossip before all our guests? It is lucky they are whispering. Silence your tongues and not another word. I am done. Come, you promised me a tawdry lace and a pair of sweet gloves. Have I not told you how I was cheated on the road and lost all my money? Indeed, sir, there are cheats abroad, so men ought to be careful. Do not be afraid, man. You will lose nothing here. I hope not, sir, because I have many valuable parcels with me. What have you here? Ballads? Please buy some. I dearly love a ballad in print, because then we know it must be true. Here is one set to a very sorrowful tune. How a moneylenders' wife gave birth to 20 money bags at one delivery, and how she craved adders' heads and roasted toads. Do you think it is true? Very true, and only a month old. Heaven keep me from marrying a moneylender. Here is the midwife's name on it, one Mistress Tail Porter, and 5 or 6 honest wives who were present. Why would I carry lies around? Please buy it. Come, put it aside. Let us first see more ballads. We will buy the other things afterward. Here is another ballad, about a fish that appeared on the coast on Wednesday the 80th of April, 40,000 fathoms above the water, and sang this ballad against the hard hearts of maids. It was believed she had once been a woman, and was turned into a cold fish because she would not exchange flesh with a man who loved her. The ballad is very pitiful, and just as true. Do you think that one is true too? 5 justices have signed it, and there are more witnesses than my pack can hold. Put that one aside too. Another. This is a merry ballad, and a very pretty one. Let us have some merry ones. Why, this is an exceptionally merry one, and it goes to the tune of 2 maids wooing a man. There is hardly a maid in the West who does not sing it. It is in great demand, I can tell you. We can both sing it. If you will take a part, you shall hear us. It is in 3 parts. We had the tune a month ago. I can take my part. You must know it is my trade. And then let us have at it. Get away from me, for I must go where it is not fitting for you to know. Where? Oh, where? Where? Since you have sworn to love me, it suits your oath well that you should tell me your secrets. Me too. Let me go there. Or are you going to the farmhouse or the mill? If you go to either, you are doing wrong. Neither. What neither? Neither. You have sworn to be my love. You have sworn it even more to me. Then where are you going? Say where. We will finish this song later by ourselves. My father and the gentleman are in serious talk, and we will not trouble them. Come, bring your pack after me. Girls, I will buy for both of you. Peddler, let us have first choice. Follow me, girls. The clown exits with Dorcas and Mopsa. And you shall pay well for them. Will you buy any tape or lace for your cape, my dainty duck, my dear? Any silk, any thread, any trinkets for your head of the newest and finest wear? Come to the peddler. Money is the go-between that brings out every man's wares. Autolycus exits. A servant enters. Master, there are 3 carters, 3 shepherds, 3 cattle, herds, and 3 swineherds who have made themselves all hairy men. They call themselves satyrs, and they have a dance which the girls say is a jumble of tricks, because the girls are not in it. But the men themselves think that, if it is not too rough for people who know little beyond bowling, it will please very richly. Away with it. We will have none of it. There has been too much rustic foolery here already. I know, sir, we are tiring you. You tire those who refresh us. Please let us see these 4 sets of 3 herdsmen. 1 set of 3, by their own report, sir, has danced before the king, and even the worst of the 3 can jump 12.5 feet by the measure. Stop your chatter. Since these good gentlemen are pleased, let them come in, but quickly now. Why, they are waiting at the door, sir. The servant exits. 12 countrymen enter, dressed like satyrs. They dance, and then they leave. Oh, father, you will know more about that later. Is this not going too far? It is time to separate them. He is simple and says too much. Well now, fair shepherd, your heart is full of something that takes your mind away from the feast. Truly, when I was young and carried on in love as you do, I used to heap little gifts on my lady. I would have ransacked the peddler's whole silk treasure and poured it out for her to accept. You let him go and bought nothing from him. If your girl were to misunderstand that and call it lack of love or generosity, you would be hard-pressed for an answer, at least if you care about keeping her happily. Old sir, I know she does not value trifles like these. The gifts she expects from me are packed and locked inside my heart, which I have already given her, though not yet delivered. Oh, let me breathe out my very life before this ancient gentleman who seems once to have loved. I take your hand, this hand as soft as dove's down and as white as it, or as an Ethiopian's tooth, or as snow sifted and driven twice over by northern winds. What comes next? How prettily this young shepherd seems to wash a hand that was fair already. I have interrupted you. But go on with your vow. Let me hear what you profess. Do, and be witness to it. And this neighbor of mine too? Yes, he too, and more than he, all men, the earth, the heavens, and everything. If I were crowned the greatest emperor, and most worthy of it, if I were the fairest youth that ever made eyes turn, if I had more strength and knowledge than any man ever had, I would not value any of it without her love. For her I would use it all, I would commend it and bind it to her service, or else send it to its own ruin. Fairly offered. This shows a true affection. But my daughter, do you say the same to him? I cannot speak so well, not nearly so well, no, nor mean anything better. By the pattern of my own thoughts, I measure the purity of his. Take hands. It is a bargain, and you unknown friends shall witness it. I give my daughter to him, and I will make her portion equal to his. Oh, that must come from your daughter's virtue. Once one person is dead, I shall have more than you can yet dream of, enough then to amaze you. But come, bind us in contract before these witnesses. Come, your hand, and daughter yours. Wait, shepherd, for a moment, I beg you. Have you a father? I have. But what of him? Does he know of this? He does not, and he shall not. I think a father is the guest who best belongs at his son's wedding table. I ask you once more, has your father become unfit for reasonable affairs? Is he dull with age and changing sickness? Can he speak? Can he hear? Can he know one man from another? Can he discuss his own condition? Is he bedridden, doing nothing now except what he did in childhood? No, good sir. He is healthy, and indeed has more strength than most men of his age. By my white beard, if this is so, you are doing him an unfilial wrong. It is reasonable that my son should choose himself a wife, but just as reasonable that the father, whose whole joy is in honorable descendants, should have some counsel in such a matter. I grant all this. But for other reasons, grave sir, which it is not fitting for you to know, I do not tell my father of this business. Let him know it. He shall not. Please let him. No, he must not. Let him, my son. He will have no need to grieve over knowing your choice. Come, he must not. Witness our contract. Polixenes reveals himself. Witness your divorce, young sir, whom I dare not call my son. You are too base to be acknowledged, you heir to a scepter, who set your heart on a shepherd's crook. And you old traitor, I am sorry that by hanging you I can only shorten your life by 1 week. And you fresh piece of excellent witchcraft, who must surely know the royal fool you have been keeping company with. Oh, my heart! I will have your beauty scratched with briars and made more homely than your rank. As for you, foolish boy, if I ever learn that you so much as sigh because you will see this trinket no more, as I mean you never shall, we will bar you from succession, refuse to count you of our blood, no, not even our kin, farther removed than Deucalion. Mark my words. Follow us to court. You peasant, this time, though we are full of displeasure, we spare you from the deadly stroke of it. And you, enchantment, worthy enough for a herdsman, yes, even for him who makes himself unworthy of you, except that our honor is involved. If ever again you open these rural doors to let him in, or circle his body with your embraces, I will invent a death for you as cruel as you are tender toward it. Polixenes exits. Ruined right here. I was not very afraid, for once or twice I was about to speak and tell him plainly that the same sun that shines on his court does not hide its face from our cottage, but looks on both alike. Will it please you, sir, to go? I told you what would come of this. I beg you take care of your own position. This dream of mine, now that I am awake, I will play queen no further by even an inch, but milk my ewes and weep. Why, how now, father? Speak before you die. I cannot speak, nor think, nor dare to know what I know. Oh, sir, you have undone a man of 83, who thought to fill his grave in quiet, yes, to die in the bed my father died in and lie close beside his honest bones. But now some hangman must put on my shroud and lay me where no priest shovels dust over me. O cursed wretch, who knew this was the prince and still dared to join faith with him. Undone, undone. If I could die within this hour, I would have lived to die exactly when I wished. Shepherd exits. Why do you look at me like that? I am only sorry, not afraid, delayed but not changed. What I was I am. I strain forward all the more for being pulled back. I do not follow my leash unwillingly. Gracious my lord, you know your father's temper. At this time he will allow no speech, which I suppose you do not intend to make to him, and for now, I fear, he will scarcely endure the sight of you. Therefore, until his highness's fury settles, do not come before him. I do not intend to. I think you are Camillo. The same, my lord. How often I told you it would be like this. How often I said my dignity would last only until it was known. It cannot fail unless I break my faith, and then let nature crush the sides of the earth together and destroy the seeds within it. Lift up your eyes. Father, wipe me from my succession. I am heir to my affection. Be advised. I am, and by my love. If my reason will obey it, then I have reason. If not, my senses, better pleased with madness, bid madness welcome. This is desperate, sir. Call it so, but it fulfills my vow. I must think it honest. Camillo, not for Bohemia, nor for all the pomp that may be gathered there, not for everything the sun sees, or the close earth holds in its womb, or the deep seas hide in unknown depths, will I break my oath to this fair beloved of mine. Therefore, I pray you, as you have always been my father's honored friend, when he misses me, as truly I do not mean to see him any more, pour your good counsel on his passion. Let fortune and me struggle with the time to come. This you may know, and may report. I am putting to sea with her whom I cannot keep here on shore, and most fortunately for her need I have a vessel lying close by, though not prepared for this plan. What course I mean to take will not help you to know, nor concern me to report. O my lord, I wish your spirit were more open to advice, or stronger for your need. Listen, Perdita. Florizel takes Perdita aside. I will hear you in a moment, Camillo. He cannot be moved. He is determined to run away. I would be fortunate now if I could shape his going so it served my own purpose, save him from danger, show him love and honor, and buy myself the sight again of dear Sicilia and that unhappy king, my master, whom I long so much to see. Now, good Camillo, I am so weighed down with urgent, complicated business, that I must leave ceremony aside. Sir, I think you have heard of the poor services I have done because of the love I have borne your father? You have deserved very nobly. It is music to my father to speak of your deeds, and it is no small part of his care to reward them whenever he thinks of them. Well, my lord, if you can believe that I love the king, and through him love what is nearest to him, which is your gracious self, then accept my guidance, if your weightier and more settled plan can bear any change. On my honor, I will direct you to a place where you will be received as befits your highness, and where you may enjoy your mistress. From her I can see nothing can separate you except, heaven forbid, your ruin. Marry her, and while you are away I will use my best efforts to soften your discontented father and bring him round to approval. How, Camillo, can this be done? It is almost a miracle. If you can do it, I may call you something more than human, and after that I will trust you. Have you thought of a place where you will go? Not any place yet. Since this unplanned accident is responsible for what we are doing so wildly, we declare ourselves slaves of chance, and flies blown by every wind that rises. Then listen to me. If you will not change your purpose, but must undertake this flight, make for Sicilia. There present yourself and your fair princess, for so I see she must be, before Leonce. She shall be dressed as becomes the partner of your bed. I seem to see Leonce opening his generous arms, weeping out his welcome, asking forgiveness of you, the son, as if you stood there in your father's person, kissing the hands of your fresh princess, and again dividing himself between his unkindness and his kindness. The one he scolds down to hell, and he commands the other to grow faster than thought or time. Worthy Camillo, what reason for my visit shall I present to him? Say you were sent by the king your father to greet him, and give him comfort. Sir, I will write down for you how you should carry yourself toward him, and what you, as if from your father, should deliver, matters known among us three. These notes will guide you at every meeting in what you must say, so that he will not suspect anything except that you carry your father's own heart with you and speak his very feelings. I am bound to you. There is some life in this. It is a course with more promise than wildly committing yourselves to untraveled waters and undreamed of shores, where you are certain to meet plenty of miseries. There would be no hope to help you, except as you shake off one trouble only to take on another. Nothing would be so certain as your anchors, which would be doing their best service if they only held you in a place where you would hate to be. Besides, you know prosperity is the very bond of love. Affliction changes both its fresh face and its heart. One of those things is true. I think affliction may overpower the cheek, but it cannot capture the mind. Do you say so? In your father's house, these 7 years, another like you will not be born. My good Camillo, she is as advanced beyond her upbringing as she is behind our birth and rank. I cannot say it is a pity she lacks instruction, because she seems a mistress to most who teach. Your pardon, sir. For that I will blush my thanks to you, my dearest Perdita. But oh, what thorns we stand on! Camillo, preserver of my father and now of me, the medicine of our house, what shall we do? We are not equipped like Bohemia's son, and so we cannot appear in Sicilia. My lord, do not fear any of this. I think you know my fortunes all lie there. I will make it my care to have you furnished royally, as if the part you play were mine. For instance, sir, so that you may know you will lack nothing, one word. They talk aside. Autolycus enters. Ha ha! What a fool honesty is and trust, his sworn brother is a very simple gentleman. I have sold all my trash. Not one fake stone, not one ribbon, glass, perfume, ball, brooch, notebook, ballad, knife, tape, glove, shoe, tie, bracelet, or horn ring is left to keep my pack from fasting. They crowded around to see who could buy first, as if my trinkets had been blessed and brought a blessing to the buyer. By that means I saw whose purse looked fullest, and what I saw, I remembered for my own good use. My clown, who needs only one thing more to be a reasonable man, fell so in love with the girl's song that he would not move his little feet until he had both the tune and the words. That drew the rest of the herd toward me so strongly that all their other senses were stuck in their ears. You might have pinched a woman's pocket and she would have felt nothing. It was nothing to geld a codpiece of its purse. I could have filed keys off chains if they had been hanging there. No hearing, no feeling, nothing but my sir's song and admiration for the nothing in it. So during the sleep of the senses, I picked and cut most of their festival purses. If the old man had not come in making a great uproar against his daughter and the king's son, and scared my birds away from the chaff, I would not have left one purse alive in the whole army. Camillo, Florizel, and Perdita come forward. No, but my letters, by arriving there as soon as you do, will clear away that doubt. And the letters you will get from King Leonce? They will satisfy your father. May you be happy. Everything you say looks fair. Who do we have here? We will make use of this man as a tool. Leave out nothing that may help us. If they have overheard me now, then I am headed for hanging. What now, good fellow? Why are you shaking so? Do not be afraid, man. No harm is meant to you here. I am a poor fellow, sir. Then stay one. Nobody here will steal that from you. Still, for the outward show of your poverty, we must make an exchange. So undress at once. You must understand there is a necessity in this. Change clothes with this gentleman. Though the bargain is worse on his side, here is something extra for you. Camillo gives Autolycus money. I am a poor fellow, sir. I know you well enough. Come, please hurry. The gentleman is already half skinned. Are you in earnest, sir? I smell the trick in it. Hurry, please. Indeed, I have had earnest money, but in conscience I cannot take it. Unbuckle, unbuckle. Florizel and Autolycus exchange garments. Fortunate mistress, may my prophecy come true for you. You must withdraw into some hiding place. Take your sweetheart's hat and pull it down over your brows. Cover your face. Disguise yourself, as much as you can, make your true appearance look unlike itself so that, because I fear watching eyes, you may get to the ship unseen. I see the play is arranged so that I must bear a part in it. There is no remedy. Are you done there? If I met my father now, he would not call me son. No, you shall have no hat. Camillo gives the hat to Perdita. Come, lady, come. Farewell, my friend. Goodbye, sir. Oh, Perdita, what have we two forgotten? Please, a word. Florizel and Perdita speak apart. What I do next shall be to tell the king of this escape, and where they are bound. In this my hope is that I will so prevail on him that I force him to follow. In his company I shall see Sicilia again, for whose sight I have a longing like a pregnant woman. May fortune speed us. So, Camillo, we set out for the seaside. The faster the speed, the better. Florizel, Perdita, and Camillo exit. I understand the business, I hear it. An open ear, a quick eye, and a nimble hand are necessary for a pickpocket. A good nose is needed, too, to sniff out work for the other senses. I see this is the season when dishonest men prosper. What a trade this would have been without profit, and what profit I have made by this trade. Surely the gods are turning a blind eye to us this year, and we may do anything on the spot. The prince himself is busy with a bit of wrongdoing, running away from his father with his burden at his heels. If I thought it would be honest to inform the king of it, I would not do it. I count it greater knavery to keep it hidden, and in that I remain true to my profession. Clown and shepherd enter. Aside, aside. Here is more work for a busy brain. Every end of a lane, every shop, church, court, session, and hanging gives careful men something to do. See what a man you are now. There is no way but to tell the king she is a changeling, and not your flesh and blood. No, but hear me. No, but hear me. Go on then. Since she is none of your flesh and blood has not offended the king, and so your flesh and blood cannot be punished by him. Show him the things you found with her, the secret things, except for whatever she has with her now. Once that is done, let the law go whistle, I warrant you. I will tell the king everything, every word of it, yes, and his son's tricks too. I may say his son is no honest man, either to his father or to me, since he tried to make me the king's brother-in-law. Indeed, brother-in-law was the farthest relation you could have been to him, and then your blood would have been worth I do not know how much an ounce. Very wisely said, puppies. Well, let us go to the king. There is something in this bundle that will make him scratch his beard. I do not know what obstacle this complaint may cause to my master's flight. Pray heartily that he is at the palace. Though I am not naturally honest, I am sometimes honest by accident. Let me put away my peddler's extra growth. Autolycus takes off his false beard. Now then, countryman, where are you bound? To the palace, if it please your worship. Your business there? With whom? What is the condition of that bundle? Where do you live? What are your names, your ages, your possessions, your breeding, and anything else fit to be known? Reveal it. We are only plain fellows, sir. A lie. You are rough and hairy. Let me have no lying. Lying suits none but tradesmen, and they often give us soldiers the lie, but we pay them back with stamped coin, not stabbing steel, and therefore they do not truly give us the lie. Your worship nearly gave us one, if you had not caught yourself in the act. Are you a courtier, if it please you, sir? Whether it pleases me or not, I am a courtier. Do you not see the air of the court in these folds of clothing? Does my walk not have the measure of the court in it? Does your nose not receive the scent of court from me? Do I not reflect courtly contempt on your baseness? Do you think that because I draw out or tease out your business from you, I am therefore no courtier? I am a courtier from head to foot, and one who can either push your business forward there or pull it back. Therefore I command you to open your matter. My business, sir, is to the king. What advocate do you have with him? I do not know, if it please you. Advocate is the court word for a pheasant. Say you have none. None, sir. I have no pheasant, neither cock nor hen. How blessed we are, who are not simple men. Yet nature might have made me as these are, therefore I will not scorn them. This can be nothing but a great courtier. His clothes are rich, but he does not wear them handsomely. He seems all the more noble for being so fanciful. A great man, I warrant you. I know it by the way he picks his teeth. That bundle there, what is in the bundle? Why, that box. Sir, there are such secrets in this bundle and box as none but the king must know, and he shall know them within this hour, if I can come to speak with him. Old man, you have lost your labor. Why, sir? The king is not at the palace. He has gone aboard a new ship to clear his melancholy and take the air. For if you can understand serious matters, you must know the king is full of grief. So it is said, sir, about his son, who was supposed to have married a shepherd's daughter. If that shepherd is not already under arrest, let him run. The curses he will get, and the tortures he will feel, would break the back of a man and the heart of a monster. Do you think so, sir? He will not suffer alone whatever wit can make heavy and vengeance can make bitter. Those related to him, even 50 times removed, shall all come under the hangman. Though that is a great pity, it is necessary. An old sheep-whistling rogue, a ram tender, to dare offer his daughter into royal favor. Some say he shall be stoned, but that death is too soft for him, I say. Drag our throne into a sheepfold. All deaths are too few, and the sharpest too easy. Does the old man have a son, sir? Do you hear, if it please you, sir? He has a son who shall be flayed alive, then anointed all over with honey, then set on top of a wasp's nest. There he shall stand until he is 3/4 and a dram dead. Then he shall be revived with aquavity or some other hot infusion. Then, raw as he is, on the hottest day the forecast proclaims, he shall be set against a brick wall, with the sun looking at him from the south, where he is to watch himself being blown to death by flies. But why are we talking of these traitorous rascals, whose miseries deserve to be smiled at, since their offences are so serious? Tell me, for you seem to be honest plain men, what business you have with the king. If I am treated with some gentle consideration, I will bring you to where he is aboard, present your persons before him, and whisper on your behalf. If any man besides the king can make your suits succeed, here is the man who will do it. He seems to have great authority. Make terms with him. Give him gold. Though authority is a stubborn bear, it is often led by the nose with gold. Show the inside of your purse to the outside of his hand, and no more trouble. Remember, stoned and flayed alive. If it please you, sir, to undertake the business for us, here is the gold I have. I will make it as much again, and leave this young man as a pledge until I bring it to you, after I have done what I promised. Yes, sir. Well, give me half. Are you involved in this business? In some sort, sir. But though my case is a pitiful one, I hope I shall not be flayed out of it. Oh, that is the case of the shepherd's son. Hang him, he will be made an example. Comfort, good comfort. We must go to the king and show our strange sights. He must know she is none of your daughter and none of my sister, or we are lost. Sir, I will give you as much as this old man does when the business is performed, and remain, as he says, your pledge until it is brought to you. I will trust you. Walk ahead toward the seaside. Go on the right-hand road. I will only look over the hedge and follow you. We are blessed in this man, as I may say, even blessed. Let us go on ahead as he bids us. He was sent and prepared to do us good. Shepherd and clown exit. If I wanted to be honest, I see fortune would not allow it. She drops prizes straight into my mouth. I am being tempted now by a double opportunity, gold and a way to do good service for the prince my master. And who knows how that may turn back to my own advancement. I will bring these two moles, these blind fellows, aboard with him. If he thinks it best to put them ashore again, and if the complaint they have for the king is no concern of his, then let him call me a rogue for being so officious. I am hardened against that title, and against whatever shame comes with it. I will present them to him. There may be something important in it. Autolycus exits.
And there we pause, with everyone bound for Sicilia. Florizel and Perdita, forbidden by his father, have taken the old Camillo's counsel and fled by sea toward the very court where this story began, Camillo all the while steering them there for his own homesick ends. The rogue Autolycus, having swapped clothes with the prince, has cozened the old shepherd and his son out of the secret they carry, the gold and tokens that prove the shepherd's daughter is no shepherd's daughter at all. And so every road now runs back to Leon's court. Next time, in part 4, the last, a penitent came, a daughter found, and a wonder that turns winter into spring. Mind the footnotes, and beware the folly.